Hello again, and welcome to Speaking in Speech. This is the second lesson. Today I'm going to start with a bit of a review for the last lesson. So we talked about mantras. Do you remember what a mantra is? Of course, teacher. A mantra is something you tell yourself to help you overcome something difficult or center yourself before getting on a stage and talking to a room full of people. We also talked about set goals that are small but achievable. Give yourself a 30-day challenge, right? So I hope you gave some thought to your own strengths, your own weaknesses, and made a decision about what you wanted to change. It's not about what I think you should change, it's only about what you want to change. If there's no desire, if there's no will, there is no way. You know the saying, I'm sure in your own language, there's a similar saying, where there's a will, there's a way to do it. The 30-day challenge idea is very popular these days. It's basically saying if you do something small, like my personal goal is 10,000 steps. I said to myself, the minimum you can do is 10,000 steps. You sit all day, stop it. So for 30 days, I'm making sure I hit my minimum goal of 10,000 steps. My challenge to you was to read 10 titles for 30 days. Hopefully you'll leave a comment. Let me know. Was it a good challenge? Could you think of a better challenge? Today we're going to keep talking about focusing on strengths, guarding against negative talk. Last time we talked about being down or depressed about your abilities because of your weaknesses. This isn't a small thing. This changes people's lives. It's not unachievable. You can overcome difficulties. We all do it. When it comes to strengths and weaknesses, one of the things that we mentioned before was make a list of strengths and weaknesses and try to set small goals to changing your weaknesses over a period of time. So that's a good way to move forward. Moving forward is all you can do. Maybe you can't solve some of these problems. Some of these problems are unsolvable, and maybe they're not your responsibility. For example, if your in-laws are giving you some difficulty, you may not have the power to change that, but you have the power to deal with how you react. So do what you can. That's all we can ask of you, right? Do what you can. To guard against negative talk, I mentioned writing in a journal because I noticed that when I see what I'm afraid of or what's bothering me on paper, it looks much smaller. It looks like something I can deal with. Whereas when it's just in my mind and it's repeating again and again, I tend to believe it. I'm the total loser. I can't make a lecture class. Who am I? What am I going to talk about for 20 minutes? I can't do it. I can't. But hey guys, here I am doing it. I'm doing it for me just as much as I'm doing it for you. I'm proving to myself that I can do it. Remember, you have to try. I'm doing it. I'm trying. You have to make mistakes. Don't worry, I'm making lots of mistakes. And you have to keep going. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make my 15 lessons. I'm going to be proud of myself when I'm through, I hope. Let me know what you think. All right. Today we're going to talk about warm and cold when it comes to the way other people see you. And before we do that, I did want to go over the 4 secrets that will make you happy. Right? Minimize regret and maximize happiness. The article talked about exploring and exploiting. When you're exploring, every time you say, hey, let's order chicken and beer, do you order from the same place? hopefully you try a few different places and then decide which one you like the best. So that's exploring, and then the exploiting is choosing the one you liked the best. Okay. The next one was cleanliness versus messiness. I actually thought that was interesting. Taking the time to keep everything in order just takes a lot of time. You don't need everything all the time, right? But they also said you should declutter, right? Take, for example, something that you think is useful and say to yourself, well, really, how often do I use it? Don't overthink things. That was the third point. Don't overthink things. Give yourself a certain amount of time. There's always information missing or that I didn't know at the time of the decision, right? Having a lot of time isn't always, well, it's usually not. You never have enough time. And usually when you make a decision, it may seem like the wrong decision, but later turn out to be great, or seem like the right decision and later turn out to be a bad choice. Give yourself a set amount of time to do the research. When they talked about buying your dream house, they said if you have a month, give yourself 37%, 11 days to look around and choose the best, and then don't buy it and don't sign anything. And then after the 11th day, the next best is the one you go for. It's like, basically it's using mathematics to make a decision. If you have a set A, B, C, and you say A is the best, and then you go and you look at 10 more things, and then you say, which one is better than A? If A was the best, then which one is better than A? And that's the one that's going to be a good fit for you. Excellent advice. I'm good with that advice. I'm ready to be happy. Are you ready to be happy? One of the things that I do want to mention about the homework is the speaking section is meant to be done so that you get questions or sentences that are useful for you when you're talking to another person on an app like HelloTalk, or where you're talking person to person. So there's a section that says make a list of 10 things that make you happy. Under it are a lot of questions that are there to help you make that list, but also are good conversation starters.